My dear friends, created in God's image and likeness, in confidence we can say to ourselves, we are more than animals. We can even say, we are more than humans. Why? Because we are called by God to be configured to the mind and heart of the Lord. Please find time to pray over the letter of Paul to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 29. Sisters and brothers, the most fruitful way towards this predestination is to navigate through the process of undergoing a series of existential death experiences in our lifetime. Emphasis, existential, not physical death. Series of existential dying for as long as we live. That's the only way to fulfill such predestination of us becoming the image of the Son of God. My dear friends, we will never grow in maturity unless we courageously confront the crisis of change in each stage of our human development, from the womb to the tomb, so to speak. We can only live life to the full if we chose to defeat the satanic lie of self-seeking with Christian self-sacrifice, as hinted at in today's gospel narrative. When we do not allow our personal ambitions and desires to take the center stage of our lives, surely we would die to our current state of self-love, but only, take note, but only to live into a much better kind of life, a life as earthen vessels in God's majestic hands. In order for us to discover whether we are still on the right track with our earthly pilgrimage, we might as well ask ourselves these questions. First, to date, what dear price have we willingly paid for doing God's will? Second, thus far, what sacrifices have we readily made just to follow the Lord? And third, up to now, what have we perseveringly endured for the sake of our Christian faith, for the sake of our Catholicism? My dear friends, the gospel narrative mentions about hating one's life. What does it mean to hate one's life? According to experts in sacred scriptures, to despise one's life here on earth means to carry daily one's cross of discipleship. And mind you, carrying one's cross of discipleship on a daily basis is not only a path that leads to eternal life. Not only that, it is also a characteristic. It is also a mark of all those who have already received eternal life. Please pray over the Gospel of John, chapter 17, verse 3. As we proceed with our Eucharistic celebration, we recall our saint for the day, Saint Lawrence. he was promised to be spared from being killed by the evil emperor, provided that Lawrence would show him the treasures of the church, gold, precious stones, and the like. And so Lawrence said, Your Highness, please give me 3 days. And so the emperor was so enthusiastic. He was so happy that at last Lawrence relented. After 3 days, the emperor went to the place agreed upon where Lawrence would show him the treasures of the church. And lo and behold, what did the emperor see? The crippled, the sick, those in the peripheries of society. And Lawrence said, Your Highness, these are the treasures of the church. And in anger, Lawrence was killed, not just by simple beheading as his companion suffered. He was placed on a gridiron. And because of his love for the Lord, he even managed, according to accounts, to joke with his executioners. Iyang giingnan, Uy, kanang balihan na intawon ko, kinapaig na ko diri, ari na puspikas, haramayin pagkaluto. That's the courage of Saint Lawrence. Yes, he died, yet he lived. And now we look at him as the hero of our faith, a perfect interpreter of today's gospel.